True FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia.
This is the theme song. This theme song is so unbeatable. You can't match it. This is the TBS, the True Breakfast Show. From Banga to Nimba, from Nimba to Lofar, from Lofar to Bapolo, from Bapolo to Bowman, from Bowman to Grand Kidman County, from Grand Kidman to Montserrat, from Montserrat to Mangibi County, and I'm running down Riverside, River G, Sino Grand Crew County. This is the TBS on 96.1 megahertz on the FM band. The love of liberty matters, yeah. And of course, our justice system says, let justice be done to all. Good morning to all of you listening up. From Justice in Chambers, Kabina Janet. He says, I love the part when you say, let justice be done to all. And I look into the face of counsel. I said, counsel, you never served justice. And he replies, he said, O'Neill, let justice be done to all. Good morning to Justice in Chambers, Yusuf Kabar. Good morning to the peace-loving people of the Republic of Liberia. This is the Breakfast Show. 15 days to elections. 15 days to the runoff. They talk, they campaign, and you go and make the decision. Good morning to our Excellency President George Weah. Good morning, Ambassador Joseph Boyka. These are the two familiar faces that will be on the ballot bags. It is good to respect our leader. And so I say good morning to His Excellency George. Good morning to Joseph Boyka. How is it this morning? Good morning to the Silent Voters Association. Yes, good morning to all of you, folks. Today is the birthday of Rita May Cole. Today is your birthday. I want to dedicate the show to you, Rita Cole. Happy birthday to you. For all of your children, saying happy birthday to you. And Ansu Sirleaf is my co-host this morning. But this morning, I want to sadly announce you stopped hearing Maka Davis for almost a week plus now. Fans of Maka Davis, I want you to identify with him this morning. Maka have been going through some tough times with some family issue. And this morning, he placed a call to me and said, well, my brother have finally given out the ghost. So Maka lost his elder brother at 2 a.m. this morning. I mean, it's a sad time. The work we do, we sit behind this microphone. Just a work, I would say, you don't know it all. You don't know it all. We go through a lot. Yes, most of you will just take phone. You call us. Yeah, there's this issue, that issue. You don't care. But again, I want to say my sincere sympathy to the Davis family. You are listening up to Maka for years. Sammy came through the news department on the True Breakfast Show as well. And he's going through a serious family bereavement. So placing a call to him, identify with him. Professionally, Maka, I have shared this platform. Preaching the agenda of the Liberian people, not for political parties. So identify with Maka this morning. Maka lost his brother 2 a.m. this morning. So, Maka, on behalf of the entire breakfast show and RCI, I want to say my sympathy with you. Let's see those who identify you during your difficult period. Sometimes we don't question how the earth works. Before we came into existence, this earth been here long since ago. So say Ecclesiastic, there is time for everything, and you're going through your own tough time. So again, want to say my sincere sympathy to you, Maccabee Davis, the acting news director of Truth FM. My sincere sympathy to you. Yeah, so my co-host this morning is Ansu Sirleaf, and it's already a fair thing. You don't call me. I said Maka. Yes, place the call to Maka Davis. Yes, go ahead and do so. Good morning to you, Ansu. How you doing this morning?
Thank you, O'Neill. Want to be very, very sound. Waking up this morning again. It's a privilege to sit again on the Nation PKX breakfast show, especially on Truth FM. So thank you so much. It's good to be back again on the radio. And as I said again, let's say sorry again to Maka in a very simple way. Say sorry. That's it. As the saying goes, it's God who give and God who take. So we cannot ask him why. We know what you are going through, especially a family member, someone very close to you, in this type of time, losing someone, we know exactly what how the type of pain it comes away.
Yeah.
So we see our sympathy out
People
to
don't know.
Maka
Like,
Davis.
like the Joseph Boyka. Boyka will say, you don't know it all. You don't know it all. That one thing said that Papa interviewed me.
Mhm.
Yeah, he said, you don't know it all.
There are a lot of things
Yeah,
people go through.
you don't know it
They are
all.
going through. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know it all. Yeah, because the radio station. I said to a lady, I said, but take this case to the police station. And she said no. That the radio station I'll bring it. I said no. We can't handle the other case. You said no. I bring it to the radio station. So we'll go through a lot. So again, identify with Maccabee Davis. All right. This is the Breakfast Show 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia, Truth FM. It's about 40 minutes up to 8 o'clock. Good morning to all of you listening up. Ko Bankala say I'm listening to Liberia Guinea border. Yes, Liberians here too. This guy don't stop calling me.
Cool.
Yes, yeah, the cool guy at the Liberia Guinea border. Yes, he said just around my center. So I said, but you listen to, he said, yeah, we listen to Truth FM every morning. And you guys don't make us feel like we are Liberians too. So called. I'm officially greeting you this morning. Yeah. Yeah. And the man went on to say, we do have voting right.
Yeah.
You see it?
We are part of the
We're part of the
process.
country. Yeah. So Cole, good morning to you. Say the whole team that at least we have greeted you, Cole. Good morning to you and the rest of the guys. Where this is the TBS. Never regret a day in your life. Good days give happiness. Bad days give experience. Worst days give lesson. And best day give memories. Sometimes you wonder how things happen, man. Yesterday, what you're doing the same thing, Ansu. Today we are back. That's why I say 1,000 years is just like a day to God. Yes, I mean, yes. Let's give you the lineup this morning right here on the True Breakfast Show. 96.1. See people inboxing me and asking for Maka's number. Yes. So if I do, I will do that right after the show because if I do, I'll be distracted. But those of you who have his number, please go ahead and sympathize with him during his difficult time. Almost a week plus now, you stop hearing Maka on the TBS. Great. Let's give it the lineup. What's coming up on the breakfast show? Those of you winning your data, Ansu. Congratulations on Lionel Messi. Let's do the one for the Barcelona fans. Yeah, Le Ballon d'Or last night. Councilor Eros, I shouldn't start the show all saying congratulations to Leo. Yeah, it's Ballon d'Or winner. You satisfied now? Great. Imagine the winner to say, having been Ronaldo, you're going to win it 15 times. The Ronaldo fans will say, yeah, if Messi was not in the space playing the game too, you would have won it more. Yes, but again, congratulations to now the Ballon d'Or winner now plays in something Messi said though. Playing in the French League One, he won the Ballon d'Or. Now he's going to the MSF League. Will the Ballon d'Or winner have is now playing in the MSL League?
So that is the American League, right?
The American League, yeah. So as soon as I saw the men club team president coming up, they say yes. Presenting this award will be David Beckham. Sir David Beckham. I said, but then Messi carry. Mbappe, Haaland, yeah, forget it. You see the men club team president going up.
Club president, coming out to to present a award.
Yeah.
So you should know that that's the winner of the high award.
Yeah. Yes.
Even like a follow in a song though.
And Drogba killed the stage last night. All right, let's go to business right now on the TBS coming up on the breakfast show this morning. We'll have health tips with David Ernest Cote, 3 minutes. Someone said to me, yes, the capture selfie from David Cote is good. You drink water in the morning first thing. When you wake up from the bed, wait for at least 15-20 minutes and take him some water. That is very good. Another counselor said to me, I'm not calling names, said, well, David said something about exercise. If you exercise for 3 hours, guess what? 3 more hours add to your left spine. Just by exercising, you know, when your muscles and things open up, you start to sweating. It's good, you know. So kudos to David. David will come up in a split seconds with health tips. Then I'll do up to 8 o'clock. We'll have our talking point again. We'll say no to election violence. It was a sad thing yesterday, Ansu. I was driving the car, and I want Liberians to listen to this, right? I was driving, and here on another radio station will call a call and say, well, O'Neill have taken SAR too. Hey, man, I swear to God. They said, yeah, the CDC have bought O'Neill. And I said, but the presenter at control should be asking, you know, the caller. But allowing, that's why you see we put her to all your personal feelings, calling on the shows and things. And I said, wow. Even if you ask folks within a unity party, if you reach out, the blogger can say you don't know it all. I mean, so I said, well, it's a sad thing. This space will sit behind the microphone. We are human. We can be 80% to meet up with your expectation. But at least, man, give her that kudos, man. But visits. If you want to be president, let me just say before I do the rest of the line, Ansu, if George Weah will be president, it's not O'Neill will sit and tell Liberian people how to vote. Get it in mind. What we do here, we send out invitations. Once you have I mean, you want to come and sit and give us reason why, I will ask you the question. You expect me to ask the political questions then? No. If you think Joseph Boyka will be president, why JMB? George Weah, why George Weah asking for 6 years? Not the presenter, the talk show host will use the microphone to play on the people's minds who have graduated from there for long. This election, I will say to the two political parties, you have to encourage your people to go out and vote on the 14th. Otherwise, else we'll have a slow turnout. You see the start of campaign this second round going through, right?
Yeah.
No billboards, no banners, no nothing.
This one, a horse to horse.
They want a horse to horse. If you campaign well,
horse.
the results that will come with what will be announced on the radio. But in the majority, our professional role we are playing, they will go down in history. Anyway, let's move. We move. So, if you're in this one, we're going to bring up from the team from Carter Center. Carter Center have this good training coming up for securities. They say advancing Liberia security sector. We'll find out what are their plans with this big event coming up for Carter Center. They have been very effective over the past period of time. Great. So then at 8:45 to 9 o'clock, the CPP Royal Guy. You see it? Now, when you bring a guest down, then we listening with radio all battery and say, yeah, the other man takes the other person, the whole country feeling taking now. It's quite laughable. So the CPP Royal Guy, and you know, as been on the comment since Joseph Boyka and George Weah pay a visit to him. Since then, he has said he have 12 counts. Yeah. I don't know whether the two parties will meet up to comments thing. So, but as an auxiliary group of the CPP Royal Guy, Ansu Ability will be with us this morning. Well, he said to me, and you heard someone is pledging their support already to this other camp, whether it's the CDC or the Unity Party, but as far as they are concerned, they still remain neutral yet until further order. So, Ansu Ability will be with us from 8:15 until 9 o'clock. We'll bring you sports commercial into Timen. The bid for the deputy speakership is now open up. People ain't wasting no time. No time. No time. Look, the Unity Party people can say no time, right? CDC can say you lick it. That's it. That's it. I'll continue to play my prefer. I will not meet your expectation. Yeah. So, Super Mobile, Representative-elect of District Number 3 will have finally said he is going for deputy speakership. Damn it, as deputy speaker in the House of Representatives. Yes, yes, yes. So small beautiful us from 9:15 until 10 o'clock this morning. In the midst of all, I will say, country first. Liberia first, Liberia second, Liberia last. And keep your personal feeling. After this event, we'll still continue as a country. Joseph Boyka wins, George Weah wins, we'll still remain Liberian. Thank you so much. Yes.
That's it. So we still remain as Liberians. This is our country, all right? And I always tell people that you cannot be deported for this country. This is our land right here. The one only say if you try to be objective, the people still have problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
moment you try to say that one, that's a problem.
It's a problem, all right. So it will find ourselves into a position where serving people with different mind. Yeah. Yesterday they have people from CDC. Today people from the CPP. It's a platform open, invitation sent out. You come here, you see our best, how you can talk out there. Oni said, you get use his microphone to talk to the Liberian people who to go vote for.
No.
Their minds already made up. What campaign strategy you can use to convince the people to talk to the people to go out there to vote for your candidate? It's what left with you. It's not this platform. All right. He said being very, very objective. That's what we always do. Don't forget, if you come in with the wrong side, you wish we feel that the public need to get it, to get such information, we'll definitely put it out. If you definitely come in with the right information, we'll give it out to the people.
Again, Ansu, in journalism, I say, there is no bad publicity. For two different networks to make mention of me, they'll say, but I'm making a good mark.
Yeah.
Driving, and I'm hearing my name. I say, oh yeah, but I'm making a good mark in the country. But those who listen, radio is not secret. Radio is not secret. Am I the one who tell the person, yeah, you'll go vote George Weah? Look, Liberians have graduated. So the two political parties, just you can call now for the health tip. The two political parties, you have to campaign well. If you sit back, look, I saw a post from Yombly this morning. I say she agreed to say a pool washer. I don't know whether it's in Grand Basso or Emo Serrato yet. It's a good one. This election, the way the result will come, that's how elections commission will announce. So nobody have vote keeping in the basket. The two political parties, George Weah or Joseph Boyka, none of you have vote keeping in one basket waiting for you.
You don't have a specific
until anyway. Yes,
November 14.
Yeah, November 14.
Yeah.
Good morning to the Silent Voter Association and the dangerous voters we have in the country. The Silent Voter.
They can hold on to that name up to 2029.
Yeah, that good organization.
Yeah.
The Silent Voter Association.
Association.
Yes. Let's speak of David Ernest Coty with our health tip this morning. Good morning, you live. It's all yours.
Thank you to you and to Ansu. And I'll do my thing in 3 minutes. Thank you. And thank you for talking about water this morning, the drinking of water in the morning. That's very important. And please don't forget one thing. Don't brush your teeth until you drink. The saliva is important for that water you're drinking in the morning. So before you brush your teeth, make sure you drink the water. All right. Today, we promised to talk to you about stroke. Stroke is a medical emergency. It's a very, very serious matter. Stroke actually is when there's bleeding in the brain, or when the blood flow to the brain is interrupted. That is a very serious matter. Now, there are certain signs that you must see and know that you have stroke or you're about to have stroke, and you must do something about it very, very quickly. In the United States, 405 persons die every day as a result of stroke. Now, imagine that's an advanced country, so you can tell what's happening here. Now, some of the signs that you need to look at to know that you are about to get stroke or you already have stroke on the way. For example, problem in your balance. When you see that you can't stand straight or you can't walk straight and you're having a problem in your balance. When you also find out that you have vision loss in one eye or both eyes, it's getting blurred. You're having problem with seeing clearly. Go to the hospital quickly. Do it in less than 3 hours. Don't say you will wait. Number 3, when you have speech problem, when your speech problem is a little slow, you got to be careful. Check the doctor very, very quickly. Stroke is a medical emergency. When you have numbness on one side of the face, you also got to run to the hospital quickly. It's nothing to say, will go tomorrow. I will run there in less than 3 hours. When you have weakness in the arms and legs, that's a serious problem. So those are signs that you must look at and say, well, I'm about to get stroke, or I already got it. Let me check it quickly. Now, the causes of stroke. The major cause of stroke is high blood pressure. Oh, yeah, that's the leading cause of stroke, high blood pressure. And tomorrow I'm going to talk to you about high blood pressure. The reason why when you have high blood pressure, you don't waste time. Number two, obesity. When you are over fat, you got to check yourself. Do something about your weight. The third reason for stroke is physical inactivity. That is, you don't exercise. You just sit there, eat and drink. I know some people who eat rice around 8 o'clock and just go to, around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock and just go straight to bed. The unused food will get into anyway. That's a different topic. Now, the prevention. Some of the things that you need not to do to avoid stroke. Number one, don't smoke. Stop smoking. It's a leading cause of stroke. Number two, limit alcohol. I will not say stop it altogether, but limit your alcohol intake. Number three, check your cholesterol. Four, control your blood pressure. And five, control your diabetes. This is what happens if you have stroke and you don't run to the hospital quickly. If stroke is not detected quickly, this is what I have always told you. Early detection is the first medicine to good health. Those of you who sit there and you don't go to the hospital at all until they put you in a wheelchair, until they charter keke and start to run you, it's bad for you. Go and see what's happening with you. If you don't check, if you don't get to know that you have stroke early, it can lead to permanent brain damage or death. Your brain will be damaged permanently or you will die. Since I have only 3 minutes, let me just remind you about something I discovered. When I was talking to you the other day about prostate enlargement, I told you certain things that when you see, you know you got prostate enlargement, go take care of it. And number one, when you are 40 years old and above, always check your prostate. Go and check it. Now, those of you who, I heard you talking about football game, this is what brought this thing to my mind. Some of you love Messi and Barca, how to call it, Ronaldo and this man so much that when you are watching a football game, you're in the video club or even in your own house, and people jam you, you will say, let me manage it. That is a very bad behavior. Whenever you feel like going to urinate, go and do it quickly. If you say, I will manage it, I will bear it because you want to see Ronaldo scoring goal or Messi scoring goal, you are destroying your bladder. There's something called urinary tract infection, UTI. That is what will happen because you want to manage it. People scoring goal, receiving their 150,000 for every goal. You ain't getting $1 from that. You're having problem even paying your rent, but you must manage your pee. That's your business. Your bladder will start to have problem. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about high blood pressure. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Great. Yes, health tip, difficulty, man. Yes,
Very, very important.
Very, very,
Yeah.
very, very important.
Very important. And there are people
Yes.
benefiting from it.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Koti.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
there are a lot of people benefiting from it.
it just that miss the you say don't brush the teeth before drinking.
Before drinking.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the saliva is very important. So drink the water, let the saliva go down. Yeah. So 8:15 this morning we'll bring on our guest this morning, Marcus Gipley from the DEA, LDEA, Communication Director, Joseph Hammond from Immigration Director of Professional Standard Division of Immigration. They'll be with us this morning. But again, we just want to remind Liberians as we all get set to go to the ballot bags on the 14th of November. Our key focus here as a country and as an institution, we want to remind you all to keep telling your partisan that no way to violence. Yes, say no to violence. And again, I keep preaching my violence message from day one, from the onset of this whole campaign thing and thing. We have problems everywhere in the world. The best thing you can do as a political party, the politics will play within the political parties. Yes, and we as journalists, we're not going to go deep into it. No, the politics will play. And Liberians too, look, I always make mention, Ansu, of the silent voters. These are the most dangerous voters you don't play with. The silent voters don't wear your political party's t-shirt.
Don't attend the political gathering.
You don't go to your gathering. But on election day, guess what? They'll go and make that decision. And these people are in high numbers. What balls do I have to say, yeah, your vote George Weah? The way some of you think you're ready now. Or vote Joseph Boyka? No. The country have upgraded long since. There is no way. You either choose continuity for 6 years, or you go choose the United Party to continue for another 12 to actually make it 18. Right? You make a decision. Well, if George have done well, and say, well, Liberian people say, well, George, we are 6 years. Let's give you another 6 more years. It is not me who's going to decide. It is your vote. Same thing as Joseph Boyka. But what I can say to the two political parties, I mean, your strategy, you see, in a football game, one changes can make the whole game turn upside down. When you take one player off the pitch to manage that game, that's why you can see what they say. Yeah, some coaches don't know how to manage game at all. At this time now, at the highest number of win, they were not percentage wise. The two political parties, the strategy that didn't work in the first. All of y'all are saying the first round victory, 1 round victory, it didn't work. That round 2 year. Yeah, Francis Oganu and Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Oganu was robbed that boxing. Yes, on Sunday he was actually robbed. I don't love to see that highlight. Joseph Boyka, George Weah, the way Liberian people will vote, that's how the result will come up. And nothing going to change it. So you have 15 days to campaign well. The silent voters, they are in the security sector. You hear security men talking? No. Guess what? When election day, the men go vote. Right? The silent voter.
Silent voter. Really.
Those in the corporate world. Do you know how many financial institutions we have in our country? You expect these people to go out? No. They're looking at what message you're sending. How would they affect them in the business world, in the corporate world? So, George, let me say to the both of you, the two political heads, no. During your rally, your final rally, you're forgetting about throwing talk. You normally throw talk at one another. George Weah can say what the old man want rescue. The old man can say the country get crushed. No, that's what most of the Liberian wants. You tell us 6 years from now, what do you have to offer? And that's what the media should be doing. Let's let these two candidates. 6 years from now, 6 years, not a small thing. A small thing. 6 years. What next for our country? Well, your message resonate well. That's how the vote will be. This run-up will be dramatic. No one have vote keeping in the basket waiting for you. There are people on election day when they sit, when they go in our voting center, right? The mind can change. I've come across several people who say, well, the person I wanted to vote for, as soon as I get what the ballot paper, the whole mind change. The two political parties should be working that the invalid votes, 114,000. These are things you have to be working on.
How can we cut down this number?
Yes, it's too high.
Yeah.
114,000 invalid votes. Well, if this number go to CDC or United Party, I mean, it can help carry out number like highest order. The higher order going for 114,000. No way. Look, I mean, I want to say kudos to Raymond Zabe. You know, Saturday I was on ECOWAS radio. I mean, you know, ECOWAS radio covers close to 20 West African countries. Yes, I mean, look, people are concerned the way Liberians going to vote. Liberians in this ECOWAS other country, in the sub-region, they're listening, they're following the day-to-day happening. How is it? And that's how the media should play. Let's tell these two political parties here that sedition alone can make George Weah president. The United Partisan alone can make Joseph Boyka president. That's why I always say I found a website for them, the Silent Voter Association. The silent voters, they are very powerful. So let's say United Party have a gathering. At the end of the day, no message. Someone is listening.
Yeah.
CDC have their own gathering, no message. How do you expect the man to go vote? And those of you who say that I'm a business, I'll not go vote, please go vote. I want to encourage you this morning. In other countries, if you don't vote, it's a crime.
Yeah.
Yes. White people will make decisions for you. I mean, those of you, even if you come and say, well, I'm not going to tell you where to go. CPP partisan, go vote.
Still look at the two candidates.
Look at the two candidates. Which one is good? You want for the betterment of the country. So if someone supports Joe, we don't call the enemy of the state. Let me just say the United Partisan. If anybody endorses other person, leave it. The silent voters on the social media don't read comment. They read, but they don't comment. Don't write anything. They're reading. Don't hate the person. You could win that person over. And I see most of the campaign on Facebook. Facebook just 2% or 1%. But the reality on the ground here, is different. Go post. Let me hit the two political parties before going to our guests this morning. The CDC, that's a ruling party. Ansu, Eugene Nambwe. Eugene, if your campaign strategy is not working and you have yourself to blame, it's not Jefferson Koji or Moba Molupe just going to ballot like George we are. People's coming in the name of I want to campaign for the CDC, right? You take funds and go do football game. After the game, you go. Is that what you call campaigning? He said, yeah, we'll finish with the whole area. And Josh, I'm going to tell the two political parties. Josh, we are. You have to put up, if you don't win the election for now, go to Boga. Money, if you don't win the election yourself, have to go to it. Don't let no of your close people say, yeah, we get a play on cover. The United Party.
Yeah. This place is already on our control.
On our control. That's one time. You capture nothing.
Controlling
the whole south. Get the whole side of the district locked down. No. United Party. This is a Boga. You won't win the election. Now, history, remember, you said, Boga, at this age, you won the Liberian election. Yourself have to put your foot down. Post it on the Facebook. If election was today, United Party finished winning election on Facebook. There is no way you can beat the United Party on Facebook. But the reality on the ground is a different thing. Let me say this. I want to say people should hold their personal feelings. It's good. The media, we should tell the political parties the two. You're not doing it when you do it. Otherwise, else, the way people vote and we're announcing results, don't be surprised. It's good. You see the U.S. government say congratulations to Liberians. We didn't hit 95%, but on the overall, if 85% is your international donors who spend billions of dollars and put that money here in this country and say congratulations to Liberia, you can't change it. Protect your vote. Sarah Bessel, good morning. The political leader of the ALL. She said, well, she's not going to support any of the candidate, but she's going to be involved. How? How to protect your vote. After voting, no one will tamper with your vote. I'm just going to like to wrap it up and say thank you. Keep dreaming well. Think well for Liberia. This country won't go down after this event. We'll continue as a country.
Start to plan different, like what you said, different system. We went through the first 90 minutes. They ended. We're into extra time now. Okay. So yeah. So the first system we're using, that's the first system not work for us.
Anyway.
So let's see that the extra time we are in, what system that we can use.
Some of the places people went to campaign, you're not going back and tell the people, say thank you for round one. You're leaving out these representative candidate, political parties' heads. Those of you who just walking and going straight and going doing endorsement, you are going on your own. That endorsement you're doing just for your one. How can a political leader, the executive committee and the political party is a higher decision body making. You're going alone and say, yeah, we endorse George Weah, or we endorse Joseph Boyka. Then, yeah, no, other people say, but
You haven't getting back to you haven't getting back to your team.
Yeah.
Only before crossing over
Yeah,
to
we gotta go to our guests.
to the guests. Right before Cyprus again, the guy said, the second round for me, like I just sitting at home. I said, what happened? I went all the way, I think, Broadway. That's from Dubai Road. I went Broadway to register, and the guy who I went on that side for to vote for, he lost. So the second round, yesterday.
Yeah. No more
I'm
decrease.
not ready.
Yes, so continue with that, but we have the folks from you want to say Cattle Center, but okay, this is a project from Cattle Center. It's very good. Advancing Liberian security sector accountability and public trust. How do we have a public trust with our security? When you're the immigration, when you're Liberian National Police, when you're the LDEA, you know, when you're the city police, you have to say, oh no, with this public trust. So this morning, Joseph Hammond, he's the director of Professional Standard Division, that of Marcos Gipley. I haven't seen Marcos for a long time. Director of Communication, LD, Life of Us, another strange fellow in there. Let's do a roundtable introduction. Good morning to you, gentlemen.
Okay, yeah, good morning. My name is Joseph C. Hammond. I'm the director for Professional Standard Division at the Library Immigration Service.
Good morning, O'Neill and Ansu. Good morning to listening audience. My name is Michael Gipley. I serve as the head of communication and public affairs at the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency.
Okay, and I'm seeing another person three in there.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm Abraham Ahmed Dole, spokesperson Liberian Immigration Service.
Okay, great. So it's great having, a security. Yeah, someone just text me. John Thomas said, I love to hear our security team on the radio. Great. So one of you can just tell us the backdrop of this whole thing organized by Cattle Center, advancing Liberian security sector.
Yeah, thank you, O'Neill, and to the listening public. We want to say a pleasant good morning this morning to all of you by radio land or whatever medium you are viewing us. I would like to say thanks to the True FM family friends for allowing us to make use of this airtime. Basically, this is a joint security collaborations between the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, the Liberia Immigration Service, and perhaps the Liberia National Police as a state security actors. And this is a project organized and initiated by the Carter Center with support from the U.S. State Department. And I think following years back with the Carter Center workings with supporting security activities across the country, there was a need, they saw the need to promote accountability and public trust within the security sector in Liberia. And it was against this backdrop the ASAP project was developed. And of course, it is comprising of the joint security of the Republic of Liberia, where the LDA, the LMP, the LIS, as well as other security sectors will be a part. And this project, I think, is a pilot project with Carter Center, like I intimated. And
Is the first of its kind to have such project?
Basically, I would say yes. Even though Carter Center have been on series of projects promoting security, establishment, of course, and enforcement in the country. But when it comes to the issue of developing a kind of accountability and public trust mechanism where the citizenry can have access to interact with security on the basis of the level of the job they do, I think this is first of its kind. And that is the reason why we've applauded Carter Center and the U.S. State Department for the magnanimous gesture. And also, we view this effort as a kind of a situation where it has brought us close to the public in terms of keeping up on our feet and to demonstrate accountability and public trust within our country. And the project began in, I think, several counties, basically Lofa, Nimba, Bon County, and of course, ZL and Montserrat. We're there with the three counties. And Montserrat is the last where we're supposed to close the project from now to the end of this month here in Montserrat. And so basically, that is the reason why we're here to talk about the mechanism, the procedure, the protocol involved in engaging security in order to enhance and maintain public trust and accountability.
Great. So that is from the anchor from the LD. Let's hear from the immigration. Having been announced with this great training from Cattle Center Public Trust. Let's hear from you. How can the public have full confidence? Say, yeah, this is our security sector. There are librarians, yes, but within them, we can still have the full trust.
Well, thank you very much. Firstly, on behalf of the Library Immigration Service, we'd like to extend our thanks and appreciation to Carter Center for initiating this training, and likewise the Truth FM family for affording us this platform to add our view on issues of security concern. Now, like the question you have asked, how does it bring about public trust within the security sectors? It brings about trust in that when complaints are filed, they are timely looked into, and those findings and recommendations from those investigations are executed, and the public be made to know via press conferences, via releases, that that actions have been taken on officers within the security sector that runs contrary to the code of conduct, that run contrary to the professional standards that govern each and every officers within the security landscape. When we are doing this in a more efficient and prompt manner, it does build the confidence of the public to that of the security.
Maybe I can go on to Joseph. The importance of this, I mean, this workshop, having our entire security network to form part of it. How important is it, librarians? You want to tell our country?
Okay, yeah. Well, since 2021, we have been working with the Carter Center. We did several training in Gantanima County, and then we came back to Moserado County. The Carter Center helped us to develop several policy documents that we tailor to use as the Professional Standard Division. I want to inform you that the Liberal Immigration Service, since its establishment, always has system in place to punish officers for wrong things that they do. But we did not
have an active system that is in place.
Yes, so we have a system in place that punishes officers for doing wrong things. So we used to have the Board of Inquiry and the Administrative Board hearing in the past. So those two offices by 2016 were merged to form one big office that is now known as the Professional Standard Division. So the Professional Standard Division responsibility is to conduct investigation against all immigration officers for issue of misconduct. What we did not have in the past was issue of commendation and meritorious award. So it is not only enough to just punish officers for doing something wrong, but you should have a system in place that will kind of motivate officers to do the good thing. So Carter Center have helped us now to develop a policy document, the AI, Administrative Instruction and Standard Operating Procedure on commendation and meritorious award. We have identified 9 categories of award, and these awards can be given to immigration officer and also members of the public who have helped immigration to do their work. So this is very resourceful. This is very welcoming, and the Carter Center is also helping us to make us more visible in the sense that the Liberal Immigration Service and the DEA will be popularizing the Find Officer app. We have already set up the Find Officer app. That system will feed in all the information of all of our officers. So anyone who have complaints or commendation for any immigration officer can just go on the Google Play Store, you download the Find Officer app, you put in the officer particular, the officer's information coming. So if it is complaint, the complaint is going to be routed to the PSD. If it is commendation, the commendation is going to be routed to the HR section. And we have the back door, we get this information, we notify the person who has sent the complaint or the commendation. So this public trust and accountability system is something that is kind of boosting our morale, and assisting us to do our work in a more efficient and effective manner.
Okay, so yes, before my co-host can come in, this issue of bar law enforcement, maybe nowadays, like Brent's listening up and say, well, the way our security guys handle things, I mean, they treat us in this kind of manner. Let's talk about good and bad law enforcement. Maybe Marcos can come in or Abraham.
Well, thank you. What we actually want the public to get here is that the whole essence of this process is to ensure that the security sector are accountable to the people professionally, and that the people can have a say in determining how in determining the standards by which a security officer operates based on his or her performances. So by law enforcement is one thing that is unaccepted in the security sector, and by law enforcement will mean either taking bribe, either sexually harassing somebody, or maybe going against people will, and arbitrarily executing functions when you are not supposed to. And that and the issue of bylaws, we know that there are several of them, but what we're concerned about is that these bylaws are issues that should not go unnoticed. And as much as we are not omnipresent nor omniscience to see and hear everything at the same time, that's the reason why we've created the platform so that the public to whom we are working for, having access to these by an unprofessional attitude, can be able to relate to either the DA or the LIS by means of these complaints mechanism we have set up, so that by these they can report these kind of unscrupulous act on the part of any officers or unprofessional act that can be dealt with according to our own code of conduct as per our institutions. So the good law enforcement will mean, as much as we can penalize or we can criticize people for wrongdoing, we should also talk about the good things that they do. In time past, like my colleagues, Controller Hammond said, we've had a system where we've only been reprimanding officers on the basis of their profession, their misconduct or unprofessional attitude. But there hasn't been a time where we've commended them if there are good things done. So as much as we will criticize them for the wrong,
Have there been more good than the bad one? Maybe the public just go for the wrong one. The officer is doing it. Boom, you look. Abraham Dollar is on the social media doing this one. Marcus Jeep is trying to do some damage control and all of that. The good ones and not of the bad ones.
sure. And the reason is that the good ones are there, but the reason why they've been overshadowed is because we've not placed emphasis on them. Now, we believe that law enforcement are superhuman people. That's a common man mentality. So the views that everything the law enforcement man does, it should be upright. Yeah, it's true. But again, look at the good side of the law enforcement. Not only emphasize on the bad side, but because we look for too much bad thing and criticism in people, so we don't even see the good thing when they're doing them. So we are saying, as much as we're criticizing the good thing, we should also amplify the bad thing. We also amplify the good thing, so as to keep the officer morale high and in order to keep performing professionally.
Well, I want to add, in addition to all of the good things that Ghibli have said, um, what we are here for basically is to reinforce this message of good law enforcement and bad law enforcement. So what we have done successfully with the Help the Cattle Center is to do internal awareness for our officers, because there are some immigration officers, I must admit to you, and some DA officers as well, who are not aware of these policy documents. They don't know the existence of these policy documents and how they apply to them. Also, members of the public don't know how they can reach out to immigration or DEA if they have issues. So we want to create public awareness. Aside from the internal awareness, we are doing external awareness, and we have done it successfully in 3 counties, one local member. And today, there is going to be the external awareness carried out in the Pipeline Town Hall. So we're going to have at least 500 members of the public who are going to be there to listen to what we have to do, our roles, our responsibility, and so on and so forth. Then they will be able to know what is good law enforcement and what is bad law enforcement.
Now, just a question I just about to ask you guys in terms of how can they reach out to you people from the community? Sometimes it comes with fear though. I want to get this information out to the security in terms of crime or criminal cases.
Okay, so there are several ways in which we take in complaints, right? So the person may decide to walk to immigration officer and say, I have a complaint against another officer, right? So the person who is receiving that complaint is on obligation to report the complaint immediately to the professional safety division. If they refuse to report that complaint, they themselves will be charged for misconduct in addition to the first person who was already being reported. Are you there? The next one is you can walk in with your complaint. We have a complaint intake officer who is going to receive your complaint and take the detail of your.
To say effective.
Yes, very effective.
Very effective.
Very
Causing across all of the security sectors now. You're not just speaking from the LIS.
The Labrador National Police is in fact the mother unit, and they have always had the professional center division in place. And the DEA also have the BRPS. They have the BRPS responsible to investigate their complaint, and the Labrador Immigration Service. So we have the complaint intake officer, So the complaint intake officer will receive your complaint. Now you can choose to be anonymous, or you can decide to give us your name. If it is a gender sensitive investigation, we also have a standard operating procedure and administrative instruction in which to go about that investigation. So there is no need for any member of the public to have hesitation
Fear.
or fear concerning whether they will bring the complaint or not.
Okay. Great. So let's go back to the importance of this whole thing. I mean, our foreign partners invest that money just because they want a better system for our country. And this sector needs to be revamped, trained. And let's go back. The advancing Liberian security sector, going back to the accountability and trust. All men is listening up and say, yes, I'm hearing our security guys in there engage with these public trucks. I want you, any of you, to more emphasize give the assurance to the public. This is the essence of the whole thing. What assurance when you have some issues that you need to have the trust of our security sector?
Trust within security or law enforcement in our country, I think, is the core of our duty to be accountable and trusted at all times. And we can guarantee the public that this has been ongoing and it is more enhanced as compared to before. What we want the people to know is that instead of having perceptions or probably thinking that things doesn't work when it comes to insurance, security, public trust, and accountability, no, they can now engage security sector with respect to that and test the water to see as to what we are saying, if these things are practical or not. But I can say to you definitely that in terms of maintaining public trust, where people will have issues with security and expect a redress based on quote unquote what exactly their issues are, we are ready to demonstrate that. And until they test the system, that's the only way they can know.
Until you test the system.
Then
you someone say, is the system effective? Someone listen, but don't go waste your time there. I mean, waste of time. Yes, yeah.
That's a perception. When you perceive that when you go there, nothing will happen, then of course you're doing the wrong thing. So until you test the system, then you know as to whether it works or not. Working. So we need to test the system.
So let's call this across. So the LIS folks can speak to this, all right? This border protection and safety for the nation is a very important one. If there are issues, if you test the system, most time our Abraham Dolly, people cross the border illegally, arrested, and all of that. Yeah. People listen to the radio. Dolly is firing one report. The LDA too will say, well, people apprehended for drugs, they are not a rifle user, and all of that. Yeah. So the public perception, not the media now. Someone is listening. Well, can we have a full trust with our sector?
Yes, we can. You can have a full trust of the sector. You can have a full trust of the sector with the manpower we have as an institution. You can have a full trust of the sector with the mechanism we have put in place as an institution dealing with border security. We can have a full trust of the sector in dealing with the cross-border meetings we have been having with our counterparts on either side of the borders. You can have a trust of the sector with the community engagement we have been having with bordering towns along the 176 bordering towns across Liberia to build the confidence of the dwellers along those borders now. So all of those, even that we have rolled out as an institution, we strongly believe that could be an ambient where individuals or citizens along those borderlands within the ambient of Liberia can trust the Liberian Immigration Service in terms of the provision of border security and border mechanisms.
Okay. Our international partners will run this training. At the end of it, the joint security will definitely full charge of it in terms of for the awareness. I don't know how you guys going to keep on the awareness in terms of getting the message out to communities. Is it through workshops?
So what we intend to do is the Cadre Center have helped us to carry on this project in two regions, the most Mossad region in Region 3. So as much as possible, the Liberian Immigration Service is trying to cascade this process to other counties that did not benefit in several ways. So we have the Immigration Training School and Academy. I served there as the head of the academic division before. And so we try as much as possible to include all of the AI and SOP in our curriculum so that whenever we have new officers coming in, they will obviously have to go through that program. Also, we have tried to develop some platform, that we will try to disseminate the information to the other counties, and we do regular briefing, general muster,
Okay.
because so that we bring them up par with these new information and all of the workings that we are going on. But on the issue of accountability
Mhm.
and public trust, you see, if you want to maintain public trust, the first bottom line is you have to be accountable. And accountable comes to check and balance. And so as much as possible, we have always collaborated with the Surveillance Complaint Review Board. This Surveillance Complaint Review Board is a conglomeration of every member of the general public which we are accountable to. So we make quarterly report to the Surveillance Complaint Review Board, and wherever we receive complaint, the Immigration Professional Center Division will transmit to the Surveillance Complaint Review Board the complaint that have come against officer. And we have a period in which we are supposed to complete that investigation. And so if we are completed with the investigation, we send the recommendation to the Commissioner General. We also send a copy of that report to the Surveillance Complaint Review Board. So if a member of the public is not satisfied with the decision or action of the Liberia Immigration Service or the Commissioner General, they have the right to appeal to the Surveillance Complaint Review Board of the Commissioner General. So these check and balances are there to ensure public trust and understanding.
Let's hear from the LDA. Yes, LIS.
Is vice versa, and it works in similar functions. The BIIPS, which is the Board of Investigations, Inquiry, and Professional Standards, has oversight when it comes to dealing with issues of the law enforcement, the LDA, as well as the public, where there is a breach of other some other functions or civil rights, and in an event where a civilian has a complaint against the LDA, that civilian is obliged to follow the channel and make sure that that complaint is registered officially to the LDA BIRPS. There is an officer who does the initial complaint intake processes, and thereafter those complaints is scrutinized through the relevant channels. The parties are called and they are investigated, and the outcome is also forwarded to the office of the Director General for execution. And thereafter, like he said, if the person feels dissatisfied that there is something wrong with the outcome of the investigation, the Civilian Complaint Review Board is available. They can take an appeal there, and that whole matter will have a resolution, because we believe that that is the zenith of dealing with the civilian and law enforcement when it comes to issues surrounding their coordination. But the good thing is that the people can test the system as we speak about it, and we are obliged to ensure that what we are saying here will follow them to the letter.
We'll follow them to the letter. So this brings me to we're still speaking on public trust. Sorry that we don't have any representative for Liberia National Police. In terms of your men, how are they seen? I know the LIS are fully identified in terms of uniforms. You see some people within the traffic, they are not security, they are carrying on arrests and all of that. We're still speaking of public trust, because at the end of the day, yes, our country Liberians can say yes, with our sector, we can have the full confidence with the public trust.
The LDA operations are better still. Our modus operandi is a bit different from other law enforcement officers, and to the extent where our services, our job is more like covert. But howbeit, it doesn't negate the fact that we are obliged to remain professional and ethical at all times. The LDA officer you see in the street, except gone are these days. Since the inception of this government, we were able to make sure that the LDA is practically and publicly identified. Today, we have the LDA outside there in a black 511 uniform, which is for now.
They have a full attire?
There's a full attire that carries the officer service number, as well as the LDA logo and the badge and what have you. All of these signatures are all on them. So we are letting the public know that the LDA is not a kind of a quasi or a kind of a funding organization that you knew before. And that's the reason why we continue to let the public know that the LDA is accountable to you.
Marcus, have you heard us saying they said, well, the LDA again, or in the normal Liberian way, say, well, the LDA, before those were like LIS, but now the LDA, the carry arrest, all the radio. It's a normal saying. The saying disturbs the institution.
But in our own Liberian setting, the people have a way of referring to situations. So when they are saying that LDA again, it could be in a positive or negative form. But most likely, when they are saying that LDA again, then it means LDA is somewhere executed to ensure that the issue of drug abuse is a no-go zone in Liberia. And that's what we will continue to remain unbending for, to ensure that this country is a drug-free nation.
Okay. Great. It's a job-free nation. So let's get back to the LIS. How can you inform the public about good by law enforcement? Maybe someone having some complaint. What's the procedure like? If a security officer have issues, they have committed some one or two things. Someone's afraid that the man is a law enforcement officer, we can challenge it. What's the procedure? How is it like?
So I started that conversation already. So
So I'm reading back and forth as there are some concerns now, though we're not going to open the telephone line, but there are some concerns people raising on the social media. It's good that the people are appearing to the public.
sure. So there is a systematic way in which our complaint can be filed with the LIS Professional Standard Division. Like I mentioned, the walk-in complaint. You can walk in with your complaint, or you meet an immigration officer will take a complaint. Or we also have a hotline. I want to mention this, that the Liberia Immigration Service Professional Standard Division have a hotline system. The number is 0880-166-183. You can call that number and the Liberia Immigration Service will respond and take your complaint. Or you can also write a formal letter to the Commissioner General of the Liberia Immigration Service. And once that letter gets to the Commissioner of the Liberia Immigration Service, it will be sent down to Professional Standard Division for the complaint to be heard. You can decide to send an anonymous complaint.
So one of you inform me, gotta get on silence, actually irritating.
So you can send an anonymous complaint, right? So you can decide to withhold your identity and send a complaint. Say, for example, you see an immigration officer misconducting himself. The code of conduct, it says no law enforcement officer, immigration officer, shall accept, give, favor, or gratuity in line with their duties or in order to perform their.
I want you to repeat that. I want you to repeat that again.
LIS officer is allowed to accept, give, favor, or gratuities in line with their duty or in order to perform their function.
Whether you're at the border, you're at the airport, you're everywhere.
In order to perform your function, you don't have to accept, give, favor, or gratuity because that is your responsibility. And so once you don this uniform, you wear this uniform, you are a public figure, you are a public person. Anyone seeing you doing something of that nature have the right to take a photograph and send it to us. The person don't have to state the name. So we have executed several investigations in the form of anonymous complaint. For example, we see on Facebook officer misconducting himself. I'm sure you can remember in the past we had one immigration officer who was drunk on the social media. We did that investigation. We got to the bottom of it. We got to know what actually happened, and we took the necessary action. So you don't necessarily have to appear in person to bring a complaint. Also, with the launch of this new Find Officer app, it's going to be very, very effective for any member of the public to now access immigration from wherever they are. So once the complaint comes to us, we have a duration of period to notify you that we have received your complaint. And once we receive your complaint, we want to assign the complaint, the case number, and inform you of the case number and the day of the investigation. We assign investigator. I want to inform you that the Professional Standard Division of Liberia Immigration Service is decentralized to the extent where we have at least 2 officers in each county plus 17 officers at the headquarters. So we have 3 separate sections. We have my office, the director office, we have the public complaint section, and then we have the internal affairs section. So if it is another security personnel that is being offended by the immigration officer, they can come to the internal affairs because it's security to security.
Okay.
Surveillance, you come to the public complaint section, and then we're going to take your complaint. The complaint intake officer is going to take your complaint, and we're going to assign a complaint number, and we'll give you the date of investigation. And that has been very successful so far. We are very, very accountable to the system, and we have been making all of our reports to the Surveillance Complaint Review Board by extension the Ministry of Justice and also the Carter Center.
Is it workshop 1 day workshop?
Yeah, this is a 1 day. The festival, the outreach activity is going to be a 1 day event, which is today. But fortunately for us, we are running a twin activity. The LDA BIRPS, who heads the professional standard division of the LDA, should have been here this morning. All right, but like I said, we're running a twin event. They are on another event somewhere. I think in the Marshall Belt on these same activities, and they would have even weighed in this morning to talk about the entire process that led towards the issue of professional standards and the security and civilian complaint system mechanism, because they provide oversight on that. So maybe when the number is announced, they would have called him and made one or two comments to close it. But let me just say this. Just like what Colonel Hammond said, Director Hammond said, it is implied with the DEA. We have a system that is tailored down from a civilian complaint intaker at the LDA to maybe an internal system where we have an internal issues between the officer to officer, vis-a-vis the situation as it dictates. So all of these things are organized and tailored to where we will have a conclusion point to ensure that complaints coming to the LDA for whether from a civilian population or the same security sector can be dealt with, and resolutions can be concluded on the matter. So the professional standard people have that jurisdiction. Like we said, anything that comes to the DEA, as much as it has to do with the public concern, we take it very seriously, and we don't treat these kind of situation lightly, because it borders around the image, the integrity, and of course the trust of the institutions that we want to build. So we take them very seriously, and that's the reason why we've encouraged people. For the DEA, I will tell you there are a lot of situations. People complain and say, "Oh, DEA officers involved into this, they involved into that." But I tell you, and O'Neill, our people need to come to the realization that this is not only to make accusations, because our Lord dictates that the burden of proof lies on the accuser. The best way they can help us to kind of factor out and integrity in our society is ensure that when you see these things, you come and report them. Like we said, when you see something, you say something. That's the slogan we have in the DEA. So when you're telling them these things to us, you're helping us. I mean, to be able to track down these people who are performing unprofessionally, I mean, at the detriment of the institution. They're going to help us a lot. And that's the reason why we're making sure that we open all of our tentacles. We explore every means possible so the public can have a part to play in what we do and how we structure the institution in terms of integrity and accountability.
All right, great. So time has fast spent. We're going to do a roundtable. We'll start out with from Abraham Ahmed Dulles, spokesperson of Library Immigration, as he takes his parting comments.
Well, we just want to say here that the public trust the Library Immigration Service in terms of filing complaints, and those complaints will definitely be looked into. And no matter what we do at the level of the LIS, we do a periodic review after every month, or probably after every 2 or 3 months. All of the cases Dr. Hammond receives, those are he have investigated, the findings, the recommendation, action taken. They are sent to the Commissioner General, and once it is approved, we also have the public informed through the same media, either through press conferences or interview, to tell them the number of cases we receive, action taken, and what we intend to do as an institution in going further in building the imagery of the Library Immigration Service, because we serve as ambassador. We are the first line of officers at every entry point that people see once they enter Liberia.
Okay. Yes, yeah. Joseph Hammond.
Okay. So most of the time when we have engagement like this, people usually focus on complaint. I've also announced to you that we have a commendation system in place where the member of the public can also recognize immigration officers for the good things that they have done, and they can also report that to the Library Immigration Service. Also, a member of the public too who have done something correct, excellent in assisting immigration work, we can also recognize you. So do not hesitate to help us to do good things, as we too will not hesitate to do what we have to do. Thank you so much for this show.
There was a number you were announcing.
Yeah, someone's still concerned about the number.
0880 166 103.
Okay, so in addition to advancing the public trust of the LDA, what we have done from the public affairs is to ensure that we raise or create a platform that the public will come close to engaging the DEA with issues emanating from there, whether good or bad. We've developed a program called Drug Alert, and that is posed to kick off early January of next year. I think that is going to be a side event to complement what the structure and mechanism the BRIPS alongside Carter Center have already initiated so as to engage the public in a wide range of professional and accountable issues in the DEA. I think that's going to go a long way. Like we said, we remain open. All of the systems are workable. They can be tested and tried. Until then, we hope that our people will sway from perception and rather see the institutions as Liberia owned, that we all can work together to ensure that it is better and it is good for our country. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Michael Gipley, Abraham Dole, and that of Joseph Hyman right here on the True Breakfast Show 96.1. Thanks to Carter Center, where advancing Liberian security sector accountability and public trust. Yes, again, we look forward to having more of this interaction right after our general election. Let's take a brief out. When we come back, we'll bring on Ansu from the CPP Royal Guide. Don't go away.
I forbid.
Ansu, like
Yeah.
for a second, like we're last in the midst of all. country fry. So
The 14th just a day.
15 days.
Yeah, that day will come. But we have to move on. We have to keep pushing. So we just allow one day to hold everything.
Ball bounce to a change. Again, somebody just have to win. Some other us, well, whether it's George Weah or that of Joseph Boyka, or no, well, they have to win the presidency. Yeah, so we have Ansu ability. Coming out as with him. The CPP Royal guys, yes. He's our guest virtual about this one. Also, good morning, please. Welcome to TPS.
Good morning, O'Neill. Good morning, my friend.
Great. How's the Royal guy? If I had you looking up the name there, the CPP Royal guy.
Thank you very much. CPP Royal guy was a auxiliary of the CDC.
And this auxiliary
was
were around 2010. And we used to be called CDC Royal guy.
I remember having an interview with you.
Yes.
Okay.
When we endorsed Mr. Commissaire.
Yeah. In terms of number, in America, how many persons we're talking about with the Royal guy?
We are very, very huge, over 3,000 membership and more than 5,000 followers.
All right, so as far as we are concerned, the CPP, your political leader is very convinced we've not made a decision to support Joseph Boyka in this runoff. I'm hearing news of this royal guys trying to go to which of the way, or what is the decision yet?
Well, before I go into that, let me use the opportunity to say thank you to every Liberian who took their turn to go and vote for our candidate that we supported, Mr. Alexander B. Cummings and Councillor Charlie Bronsky, October 10. And to our friends in the diaspora who also stood by all during this election period, I must say thank you. You did extremely well. Trust me, you voted for the best candidate, even though the result is not showing the way we wanted it. But we believe there was something that go wrong, and we are still investigating that. And back to your question, sometime 2022 endorsement of Kumi was in October for president, and since then we call ourselves CPP Royal Guard, and we stay with the CPP, and we remain committed to the goal and the agenda of the CPP until otherwise order. I have been hearing rumor,
and some friends within the CPP Royal Guard who was suspended during the campaign period.
The Royal guy, your political leader have not said, well, I'm going to go to Georgia. I want to just a boycott, but wait, maybe hearing rumors.
I have been hearing rumor that some member of the CPP Royal Guard want to endorse Ambassador Boyka, and that is the reason why I am here. We, the member of the CPP Royal Guard, still remain with the CPP. We await the Standard Bureau decision. We await the party decision. Wherever they go, there we will go. And at the moment, Mr. Kumi announced that he will be going to the CDC or the Unity Party. So we'll remain mute until he makes a decision. And whatsoever decision that will be made by him, we will support it 100%.
Are you speaking as a member or maybe part of the executive, maybe the committee for the Royal Guard, or you just speak as a member?
Chairman of the CPP Royal Guard.
Okay,
it's chairman.
Yeah.
So chairman, but chairman again, Royal Guard chairman, Justin Burr, I think, is still mute on this. Well, he have said 12 counts, yes. But how is it the Standard Bureau have not said, well, let's go to this way, let's go this way, then some auxiliary or some members of the Royal Guys are trying to place their support?
Yeah, in every organization you will find people who want to do their thing.
Are they going their own name or maybe carrying the CPP Royal Guy names? Maybe that way.
They identify with all that's the reason why I am coming here to make clarity.
Okay.
If they're going their own name, then that is their right. But the CPP Royal Guard as an organization wait for Mr. Alexander B. Kumi and the party decision. We are not endorse anybody.
we will not endorse anybody until the party endorse. Because the Senate Bureau leave 12 counts, and we believe that those 12 counts are in the interest of the Liberian people. If George we are willing to work with us, he must accept the 12 counts. If Ambassador Barker willing to work with us, he must.
Yeah, maybe for that end, it's what your colleagues are looking at. Saying maybe the delay is too much. Maybe the Standard Bearer just going to leave it open. So let's start making our way.
Standard Bureau did not leave anything open. As a matter of fact, the Standard Bureau have been engaged. He met with Ambassador Barker. He met with President Weah. He also met with the Akko Standard Bureau. And beside that, he updated the press and the Liberian people leg on time, and he gave us 12 counts. If they are not in rush to accept our demand, we should not be in rush to endorse any of them.
Sometimes, sometimes the rumors can turn true. So for now, the way in which you are speaking, deeply, you know that this is something which your colleagues want to do.
Well, few of them want to do, but sincerely speaking, the vast majority are now with them. If they go anyway, even they go to CDC, they will be doing it on their own. If they go to Unity Party, they're doing it on their own. That will not be the way of the CPP Royal Guard.
There's already within the Royal Guard. I mean, what are they saying in their numbers? If Honorable Cummins remains removed and say I'm not going to support George Weah or Joseph Boyka, y'all make your own decision. What are the people up to? We have 15 days to the elections.
Yeah, Kumi had not come out and said he will remain mute. The partisans should make a decision. If he make that pronouncement today, we'll convey that.
Y'all come on the same day.
Maybe the next day.
So, but ABC says it on maybe 3 days to the election, and the next day the Royal Guard to come out.
Yeah, we'll go. That was say we are follower and supporter of Mr. Kumi. You know the journey we started last 2022 November, not just going to end at that. This one may not be in our favor or in our interest, but believe in me, this is a mission for all, and we will follow it to the end. We will make sure that the mission is completed.
Okay, so your key message here is that the CPP Royal Guard have not given support to the CDC or will not join the Unity Party for endorsement. That is the key word. That the two political parties in this runoff, the Royal Guard is saying, you guys are saying that we're not giving our support.
Royal Guard are not giving support to neither CDC nor Unity Party. We remain beyond our political leader. Wherever he go, there we will go. If he remain mute, we will have an executive meeting. The decision from there will be our decision.
All of you have been the Royal Guard. I mean, you're entitled to your voting rights. If Despa Ellis Cummins will say, well, you can go whatsoever you want to, but or you still remain mute to the entire process going to the elections, you still have your voting right. You go out and vote.
Yeah, but we are organization, and every individual had their right who to support, who not to support. Yeah, so if Mr. Kumi remain mute, we will make a decision. Some people will decide to remain mute. Some people will decide to go. It will be the organization decision whether to go CDC or to go Unity Party or to remain mute, like the Standard Bureau.
Since the election, since the October 10 election, have you have a formal meeting and the CPP Royal Guard? I'm speaking, quote unquote, the CPP Royal Guard. Let's have this gathering. Let's see what ABC is going. Well, what next, just in case, on the standby. And viewing the two candidates, George Weah and Joseph Boyka, since there haven't been a formal gathering.
Yes, right after NEC do the final pronouncement of the result and then declare second round open, we have a meeting, and then a lot of people are concerned which direction we'll be going, and it was stated clearly like yes, we will wait for the party decision. We call the some executive of the party, they confirmed to us like yes, indeed they were in meeting, they were doing some consultation, the party will make a decision. So based on that, we resolved to wait for the party decision.
I
And
I,
we
I know that this platform will not just be the only maybe place where you will see in terms of getting this information out. Is there in terms of engagement on mind to meet executive of the CPP in informing them about such rumors training?
Yeah, I already started that. I call few executive and let them know like yes, indeed, maybe you will hear the rumor, this, that. And a few I don't want to call name here to dignify them, but the two person who are in front, there are people who love to go and marry make. They are friends with Sabwaka. They want to use their relationship because then they can go there and get to know street and get few bottle of liquor free. They want to use that opportunity to endorse Mr. Joseph Yuma Bwaka. That will not be our decision. I mean, they have their right, their constitutional right to support whosoever they want to support, but the CPP Royal Guard is standing with the CPP, and we support whatsoever decision Mr. Alexander Kumi take.
Okay, as any final word from me as you close up.
Well, again, I just want to tell the Liberian people thank you, and all the members of the CPP Royal Guard, thank you for your courage. Thank you for your brave fight. You fight a good battle. This is just the beginning of our fight because it's about change. To change anything, it is difficult. Change is difficult in a society would not believe in change. We have to remain committed. We have to remain sincere with the process to ensure that yes, indeed, the change is real. If you look at the Twitter account that Mr. Kumi is putting forward, it's speaking not for him, it's speaking for the Liberian people. And if any political party are sincere in their runner or want to do business with that, I think it would be a honorable thing for us to wait for our political leader because we believe in the first place. That is the reason why we went in a birth and land of this country to campaign for him.
Okay, the voice of Ansu Ability CPP Royal Guy right here on the Breakfast Show 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Let's do and guest post coming up right here on the TBS. Then of course at 9:15, the race for the deputy speakership. Well, someone will officially declare their intention to contest for the deputy speakership in the House of Representatives. Well, let's ask polls right here on the Breakfast Show 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. What's making news in the world of polls this morning? And so Naomi Tapia is here to fill us in the word of sports. Good morning to you, Naomi.
O'Neill, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Passion of Life. Former loan given the technical director role at Durban United in Australia. Liberian Sports International has reported Durban United proudly welcomed Demi as and hopes to perform beyond expectation with his expertise, which will lead to the growth of the players. In another sports development, Slavapra rose to the top of the Czech Fortuna Liga with a 2-0 away win against Bohemians Prague on Sunday. The Brent Players Updates reported the Liberian midfielder Oscar Dollar assisted the opener to end his first goal contribution of the season after 17 games across all competitions. A major military and police search is on the way in Colombia for the father of Liverpool forward Luis Diaz, with the authorities offering a 40,000 euros reward for information leading to his rescue. More than 120 soldiers plus police search northern Colombia for Luis Manuel Diaz on Sunday, amid reports armed men had taken him and his wife. The player's mother, Salinas Miranda was found in Barrancas on Saturday. Diaz was absent from the Liverpool side, which beat Nottingham Forest on Sunday. The army said it had set up roadblocks and deployed 2 motorized platoons, unmanned aircraft, helicopters, and a plane with radar in the search for his father. The Colombian authorities have not provided details about a reported kidnapping, but local media said Diaz's mother and father were taken by armed men on motorcycles at a gas station in Barrancas, their hometown, which is in La Guajira, the country's northern region. Former Spanish Football Federation President Luis Rubiales has been banned from all football-related activities for 3 years by FIFA. Rubiales kissed forward Jenny Hermoso on the lips following Spain's Women's World Cup final win over England. The kiss, which forward Hermoso says was not consensual, sparked outcry, with Rubiales eventually stepping down from his role in September. Hermoso later filed a legal complaint against Rubiales. A Monday, World Governing Body FIFA announced a 3-year ban for breaching Article 13 of its disciplinary code. Rubiales says he intends to appeal against the ban. I will go to the last resort to see that justice is done and that the truth shines through, he said on social media. FIFA confirmed the case against him concerned the events that occurred during the final of the FIFA Women's World Cup on 20 August 2023, for which Mr. Rubiales had been provisionally suspended for an initial period of 90 days, FIFA said. And finally, Argentina and Inter Miami forward Lionel Messi has won the men's Ballon d'Or for an 8th time. The 36-year-old was recognized at a ceremony in Paris after helping his country win the World Cup in Qatar last year. England and Real Madrid midfielder Jude Bellingham won the Copa Trophy for the world's best player, age under 21. Messi won his record-setting Ballon d'Or award ahead of Manchester City forward Erling Haaland. France for Kylian Mbappe, who became just the second man to score a World Cup final hat-trick in the 4-2 penalty shootout loss to Argentina, finished third. It's nice to be here once more to enjoy this moment, Messi said. The forward Barca and PSG star added, I couldn't have imagined having the career I've had and everything I've achieved, the fortune I've had to be part of the best team in history. Argentina World Cup winner and Aston Villa goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez won the Yashin Trophy for the best goalkeeper in the world. Martinez won the Golden Glove in Qatar, saving a spot kick from Kingsley Coman in the penalty shootout win against France in the final. He also helped Aston Villa finish 7th in the Premier League and secure a place in the Europa Conference League. However, Martinez was jeered by some of the crowd at the Paris ceremony. The goalkeeper was criticized for this celebration after winning the World Cup against France last year. That's all from our sports desk.
Yes, Naomi Tapia smiling because of Lionel Messi, if Ballon d'Or. I call that as a legendary award.
Actually happy, and I love the comment he made last night by saying it's nice to be here once more to enjoy this moment. He said to be able to win the World Cup and achieve my dream. He also went as far as saying, I couldn't imagine having the career I've had and everything I've achieved, the fortune I've had to be part of the best team in history. So he's just blessed. So, he's just the best. And I think yourself, you have to acknowledge that.
Yeah, that's why. Congratulations to Leo. So, thank you. I'm going to leave this song here for Lionel Messi. It's called, and he said, if Ronaldo was not into the game, I was going to win the Ballon d'Or for 15 times.
Messi.
Great. Let's take this Dreamer. Naomi Tapia was posted right here on the TBS. This is a song done for the FIFA World Cup. It's called Dreamer. This is Jacob. It's a beautiful song. It's called Dreamers.
Look who we are the dreamers, we make it happen.
dreamers, we make it happen, 'cause we can see it. It's through the wall that keeps the passion. Respect, oh yeah. It's through the wall that can imagine. Respect, oh yeah.
And this one's for a lot of Messi fans, for Leo fans.
Gather round now, look at me. Expecting that the only way. If you wanna come with me. The door is open every day. This one plus two rendezvous all in my day. This what we do, how we do.
Look who we are. We are the dreamers. This song, man. That's so loud. The World Cup gave that man a Ballon d'Or last night.
Yes.
Look, yeah, before we go to the politics, let's do smooth. Yeah,
entertainment
I supposed to call Sir David Beckham. You know, David now have Sir to his name. You know, it's just Sir Ellis Ferguson, Sir Bobby Charlton.
Okay.
Now you say Sir David Beckham.
All right.
Soon as they're down, Didier Drogba. Drogba was one of the hosts for last night, Ballon d'Or. As soon as he announced, Sir David Beckham will be calling on the winner of this Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
I say finish. And the camera just captured a killing. Yeah, the camera went straight at Killing instead of Haaland.
Okay.
Yeah, because Killing too had an exceptional, a great World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, he scored some magnificent goal, finished a top scorer. But again, Messi was tipped to win the Ballon d'Or. Yeah. Anyway,
and another thing to that program last night, sad attraction.
This one got my attention. Yeah, go ahead.
Raymond.
Yes.
Yeah. Raymond performed last night at the ceremony.
Nigerians. Panda. He became the first African to perform.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the Nigerians keep in terms of making headlines, break through in the industry, in the entertainment industry in the world. Don't forget a Nigerian superstar again. He was at the World Cup.
Yeah,
that was at Davido. And then again at Brenner Ball at the Champions League final. Again.
African making progress.
Yeah.
Who knows whether Jay-Zino,
yeah,
with these trending songs in having one of these big events, we'll see you on the international stage. Yeah, man. I thought Butler can get this on. Maybe Panda. For me, that was the best attraction for me.
Let's calm down.
Yeah, man.
Just that calm down.
You know this on there? Maybe
Yeah,
calm
that's it.
down. Okay, yeah. I thought leave it. Y'all want to spoil that too much politics. Let's do spoil the team the money will do. But to see an African taken to the stage to perform, that was so great. This is Rima. He talked to the stage with a dance hall. This is it. I fell in love with the performance last night. Oh man, come man, what happened?
Check it out.
Let's see. Yeah, easy the money. Okay, no, this will not go. Okay, now Auntie will go anyway. Yeah, but anyway, again,
not you get it yet.
Again, we anticipate Sumo Moba. Leaders 9:30 this morning, right here on the TBS 9 to 6.1. As soon as I announced the man is going for a deputy speaker share, but I said, waiting. This was the kind of announce it. I beat him talking to anyway. Yeah, so I'm gonna get a song. I fell in love with the song with the performance last night. Yes, this is now working out. Oh man,
this is still going through.
Yeah, I'm a papa used to say Chukupi.
Oh,
let me see. Let's see. Okay. No, okay. Let me go with the balancing Harris way this morning. This was the best performance for me last night. Oh yeah, to see an African taken to the stage, man. Oh yeah, man. After Francis Uganu, he flogged Tyson Fury, but yet and still, You know, for a UFC fighter to come a bigger boxer, they say it's not possible. That fight, the judges said couldn't believe it. That ball gave that man real iron pepper, the punches. You're missed boxing, man. Yeah, man. You're going to watch that fight over.
Yeah.
Francis Ngannou, the Cameroonian, against Tyson Fury. And there was one instant the guy used his elbow, Tyson. And that's against boxing rules. A huge point was supposed to be deducted.
I think we need to check you out well.
No, man.
The last name, Ngannou?
Ngannou. Okay, from Cameroon,
okay.
Yeah. Francis Ngannou.
Okay.
You know, Tyson had he airballed Francis.
Yeah.
And that is against boxing rules. But the judges saw all of it. But again, if you listen to Ngannou, you say, well, I knew I was going to this. I was going to be stage managed. To beat the world champion in front of one people, they mean that a UFC fighter come and beat the number one. But he got his beating for his life. Let's take this one. This is Rumor right here on the TBS. We come back, we talk politics. He performed the song on the Ballon d'Or last night. Happy birthday, Rita Cole.
Calm down. Yo, this your body, put in my heart for lockdown. Yo, you sweet like phantom. If I tell you, say I love you, you know they for me, young girl. No, tell me, no. Baby, come give me your lo.
And guess what killed this song? Video drop by. You know, Messenger was just nodding their heads, like, what kind of music? I mean, this song was not from the Caribbean.
Okay.
This is not a Filipino song. This is not a soca music.
Okay.
This is a real, what we call Afro jazz.
Yeah.
Yes. And guess what? Vibing to it. You could see Job going with his boy, with Sabuda. Kylian Mbappe was smiling because Kylian, I mean, he's a French boy.
Yeah.
The Cameroonian too, you know. Yeah, not Holly Nell.
She feeling insecure, cause her friends go they go my light ring go up. Baby, calm down. Yo, this your body, put in my heart for lockdown. Yo, you sweet like phantom. If I tell you, say I love you, you know they for me, young girl. No, tell me, no. Baby, come give me your lo. You got me like shawty, come give me your lo. As I reach my house, I see me got a small. As me I wake up, now she did my mind don't walk. Then one day two, one of you focus. Now so me I go long, so me put it on. Just start to the thing I love you, no my heart it is. Baby girl, you do me, I don't wanna be because you get many girls that put my heart for pain. You feel my pain. Baby, calm down.
Yeah. Remember Killer yesterday.
This song thing they meant back to the young crowd. Yeah.
Look at this guy. Speed, right?
Yeah.
Speed is a real TikToker.
Yeah.
Yes, he have one of the highest followers on TikTok.
The guy that did that to
Ronaldo. As soon he knew that Ronaldo was not in the category to be announced in the Ballon d'Or.
Okay.
And he was keeping yelling, Ronaldo. Yes, this is the True Breakfast Show 96.1. The heart and soul of Liberia. Today is the last day in the month of October.
Saying goodbye to October.
Yes, we have 15 days to our runner. Yes, I like how I'm putting it. The runner. So, to the two political parties again, we want to say good morning. Good morning to President George. We are incumbent. Ambassador Joseph Yuman Boyka. Good morning to you all. You have 15 days to convince,
Mm-hmm.
not partisan of the CDC,
Mm-hmm.
not partisan of the Unity Party, but the undecided voters and the Silent Voters Association. So we say they do have a website. Yes, the silent voters are in the huge numbers. There are other voters from various political parties. Some of them, look, during round one, we'll say, don't make the heart go too deep. Some of you have created deep hurt
Okay.
for other people, not knowing that this day was finally going to arrive
Mm.
and you can't go back. I mean, with this stage now, that numbers we need.
Mm-hmm.
You need numbers. You need numbers. That the highest all going to win now. This is not percentage wise.
Mm.
So within 15 days, the 15 counties,
Mm-hmm.
those areas that you have performed so poorly, and see how is it? Am I going to go to this county? Well, this other man tapped in this county, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it this way. Josh, where you should be, your campaign team should be thinking now. What the kind of broadcast we're gonna do, I can still wonder why Liberia, the country, we need serious delivering. With this kind of professional broadcast, and so still get and say, yeah, the other man, if you didn't buy him too, if you didn't buy in the whole country, how possible it is? Are you out of your mind?
So on you finna taking side.
Josh should be thinking now, why Joseph Boycott tapping in? I mean, how huge vote the name in Nima County, right?
Yes.
In Grand Kidman County.
In Bible.
That is the strategy. Strategies now. Josh, we actually should now be taking good morning to you, Black President. I mean, it's good to respect our leader.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you like it or not. Josh is still the president. You should be thinking, why? How is it? How can I welcome Joseph Boycott in his runoff in Lofa County?
Mm.
On the other hand, JMB, good morning. You have some green tea. Green tea is very good. At a certain age when you reach, you just drink green tea. I mean, do some research on it, you'll see. Boycott used to be worried now. In the southeast, these counties that overwhelmingly voted George Weah, what is the way out? How can I get vote coming up from Grand G there, from Sino, from Maryland, to get these numbers out? Within the last 15 days here, the last 15 days, nobody have won this election. None of you have vote keeping in a basket. You can put up the crowd. If today, next say, well, on Sunday, CDC is having a rally or final campaign launch or Unity Party, you like it, you feel the whole muscle rather the whole street from Clay Ashland to Carrisburg to everywhere, reaching up to Broad Street, still that election ballot box result will listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Although the crowd, the euphoria, I mean, you can take that on. But there are people in the huge numbers. Look at up to now, we're still giving people voting cards. You see here, we have almost 100 voting cards that have been missing. People are still coming picking up these cards. And some of them are in your gallery, you know. That's why I said no one have won this election. All of you keep your personal feelings. You keep your personal feelings. When someone support this other person, don't call them enemy of the state. They are Liberian too. 800,000, 700,000. These two political parties, the Unity Party and the CDC, from 2005 up to present, I mean, they've been going neck to neck. Again, Liberians going to decide.
Mm-hmm.
And let me just say this in the interest of peace. Look, I'm going to hit the two sides. And y'all make a decision. Oh, yeah, I got my voting right. My voting card is under my bed. Yeah. Yeah, on the 14th, I will take my elections commission tag, you know, wear it, and go vote. That's my right. I ain't owe it to you. Whether I want to vote George Weah or Joseph Boycott, that's my right. That is my right. So if this other person support this other person, don't call the enemy. That's some of the team made lots of votes. Of course. The political parties now, you should go back to this representative candidate. If Ansu Sirleaf contested in Kidman District 1 as a representative candidate, he had lost the election. All the people who he took, I don't want to say truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those who agreed to go with him and so, well, I'm going to go and support this man. But now the man have lost election. These people are not going back to vote for the presidency. Are you taking that into consideration? Or you're doing a Facebook thing? You that get the highest comment on the Facebook, then you're saying that's it. Are you people taking this? These are things you take into this final round. Those who left their district to go and register as well. Where are they? Then when elections commission start to announce results, they say, oh, next this and that. These are the things. But now, these representative candidates, these senatorial candidates, you go out, they know them. They know them. You don't know them. Huh? If I want to be president, do I know that this man have taken this amount of pricing from this area from one location to another? You don't know them. You don't know they are. You don't know them. Go look for them. On election day, that number, the 2,400,000 people that register, that number could reduce. We'll have less votes in the runoff. Oh, yes. And I mean, the numbers, the way people vote, the how we announce it. You see all these voting cards? You see all? I mean, those of you watching the Facebook, this, we have almost 100 plus people coming from there. But guess what? When you call for a rally right now, you see the play pack, the crowd. You don't have voting cards, but to be part of the fries, this is it. And let me just say to the two people, no, George, good morning to you. Good morning to you, boycott. We have crisis everywhere in the world, yeah? We have crisis everywhere in this world. Today in Israel, I was just watching the cable news network this morning, the CNN cable news network. And I'm seeing world leaders are now sitting to find resolution as to how to handle Israel and Gaza.
Situation.
Yeah, situation, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you go back. The person will win it. You'll go campaign well. You'll be shocked with this election results. It will be dramatic. No one of you have votes keeping in a basket. Go and campaign well. Go and meet this representative candidate who told people everywhere in the city here. Everywhere. Just say that and make one post on the social media. You have 100,000 comments. Say, yeah, Finny, you lie. The reality on the grind is different, Papa. The reality on the grind is far different. And with this country, Ansu, I mean, with 5.2, the hate and hate continually in this country. Too much. For no reasons. And those of you who have said, well, I will not vote. Please, I want to beg you this morning. You're listening up to me. Some of us have stood up for this for a very long time. When I hate CDC, I can hate the Unity Party. But guess what? On election day, I'll go vote. I'll go vote. Gone are those days where I'll use the radio and tell librarian, this is how you'll vote. No, we'll pass that stage nonsense. Please go vote. I want to encourage you this morning. George Weah, Joseph Boyka, we have the opportunity to address your partisans. Just get in mind that the silent voters are listening to you. What message you have for them? Don't mind the crowd. Other people there, that crowd alone can make you president. Unity partisan can make Joseph Boyka president. No way. George Weah, citizenship can make you president. This is why you see more people fighting for what? Endorsement, right? If ACOP now, if ACOP, if CPP, most of you guys, you should be going back to Cummings. Cummings service with the people. Yes, of course. You can't rule it out. You can't. Cummings have built a network. I mean, all of the other presidential candidates. That's why you see people running after endorsement. Because, mind you, there are some political heads who will not meet the executive committee and just go on their own and go make decision. Yes, that person go on their own. They come up with no numbers. At this stage, that money, George Boyka, by the higher order. There's a movie they call V the Final Battle. I don't know, have you seen it? Yeah, you know, after I finish doing the show, I love movies a whole lot. Yeah, V the Final Battle now you're coming into. In the battle, the ballot paper will speak. The ballot paper will speak. Convince the people. Tell them why I want to be president. George Weah should be telling us why Liberia should give you 6 years. Joseph Boyka should tell us why United Party should come back into power. All of y'all who your personal feelings. Joseph Boyka win, I still Liberia. George Weah win, I still be here. Yeah. And I'm going to say this. I'm yet to see our guests, but this is very important. The silent voters that we're going to make the decision in this runoff. You're playing for this thing. The silent voters. Look at the corporate sector. The financial institutions we have in this country. Do you know how many financial institutions? Will you see them wearing a political party t-shirt? They all have voting rights. They do. The security sector.
They don't attend.
They don't attend. Just the corporate work. They don't attend. So that message you're sending, that him, some of you, when somebody write one thing on the social media, you come with insults. You angry. The silent reader too. They're reading. They say, well, what sort of person is this? How can you respond in this kind of manner? No, I don't think I can get the poor power, man. I can't. Why are you so hungry for this thing? Your breath, right? So you should be there. And that's a fact. All Liberians should have an equal share. Look, you should be listening to why George won't be, why another 6 years. So when George take the microphone, look, Liberians, I'll do the two sides. Keep your personal feelings. Just hold it. If some of you, Leo, want set up and be president for Liberia, you will take Lucifer and say Lucifer can be president in the country. Yeah. George should tell us why another 6 years. Liberians, let me continue. I've started a lot of projects, right? And so if I don't perform, well, this is the George we should be telling us. And Joseph Boyka, one of your major strengths, you know, Boyka have said on several occasions that he loved my interviews. So that's why I like to, say I'm not straightforward. JMB, Liberians too watching and say, well, if we elect this papier, who have worked and have experience in government. But Joseph Boyka, with his government going witch hunt, that's the right thing I'm saying, you can meet Liberian people with money, but information, once you're 2, 3 together, it will come out.
Yeah.
But the public witch hunt and start going after people. If this happen, then the next government that will come after Boyka too will do the same thing. Will be going after one another. But those who have been in government for 12 years doing the Unity Party leadership, man, are they coming back? Because, mind you, those who on board the Unity Party, they are too waiting, of course. So these are things. And I'm not the one going to decide for you, no. I mean, Liberians, open your eyes. I want to encourage you to go vote. Nothing should stop you. Nothing should, discourage you to say, well, this is like people think. No, this is other business. I want to encourage you. Please go vote. The two political parties, CDC, Unity Party, we have 114 invalid votes. You should be working on it. Your party responsibility on the NEC. Anyway, tomorrow we'll do part 2. Yes, we have our guest in studio now. Representative-elect of District Number 3, Montserrado County, Honorable Sumo Mobile, is our guest right here on the last segment of the True Breakfast Show, 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia, in the midst of all what I say. Country first, Liberia second, Liberia last. After this event, we'll still continue as a country. Good. So Sumo Mobile, his life was also this morning on the TBS. Good morning to you, Honorable Sumo.
Good morning, my brother. Good morning to the people of Liberia.
How is District Number 3?
This is number 3 is fine, and people are doing quite well, and I think we all getting prepared for the runoff. Yeah.
Okay, getting prepared for the runoff. Okay. Yes. In terms of after winning the election, winning the district, have you gone back to your people, meeting various part of the district, and say thank you for trusting me, the confidence you impose in me. I'm not going to disappoint you.
Yeah, I sent a team out. I went out informing our people, and I also went out to 2 days ago, I was like in pipeline, trying to acquire land for the district college, and I also met most of our people that we told them thank you, and we also have a program that is coming up on the 29th of November, where we will celebrate to a new leadership in District Number 3.
Okay. Yeah. So that's so wonderful. Meaning that you have already started to in terms of engaging your people already.
Okay, yeah, now you have crossed your own partner, your own worries now, some way, somehow, during the campaign periods and none over. The district still look forward to you. Where's Sumo Mobile heading? You had close to 9,000 votes. You still have your own followers. I'm still yet to see when a session on social media. I'm still looking. Where's Sumo Mobile? Is he telling his own supporter, well, let's go to CDC way, or let's go to the Unity Party way? Which way are you?
All right, yeah. I think I'm just different from all the leadership. My main concern is my people in District Number 3. And one of the cardinal responsibility that is not mentioned as it relates to the function of a legislator is that which have to do with lobbying. I think we have reached the point that I have to lobby on behalf of my people because I'm people driven. And in order to lobby, at this point in time, we have two candidates that are vying for the presidential seat in these countries. And what we are looking at is to put forth our platform.
You looking at a specific thing? I thought Simon Muller just walk up and receive a call maybe from George Weah or Joseph Boyka and say, okay, the next morning you come back and say, okay, my followers, this is the way I'm heading. So I want to encourage you. Let's do the same way.
No, O'Neill. The thing is that I'm not pocket driven. I'm people driven. So we have a requirement that we put forth to both political party. We just need a district land. We just need a space in the district. There are land there. They don't need to go and buy so we can start building our community college. We also want where our young people could be employed, at least 5% from the district. So if any one of them can help to our plan, then we are willing from District 3 to give them our support. Yeah.
Are you being pushed by the people and say, well, let's do this or let's remain silent, okay?
I think what I'm doing is right because
no, one minute push. I just saying they're asking for you. Well, so which way are we going? Which way are we going? Because now everybody's giving their own the endorsing here and there, all of that.
Trust me, O'Neill. My people trust me. They believe in me. So what? So ever I tell them, they will listen. And I think a few days ago we were with the All Liberian Party, and the All Liberian Party did endorse the CDC, President George Manawia. I'm party discipline, and when you listen to one or two comment about the buka issue, buka is like a fish, right? Yeah. So I'm a tilapia. I'm not a buka.
Okay, tapia. Tapia feed that buga. Okay, but buga has Swiss fish too.
Buka can eat anything.
Yeah.
Eat anything. So I go with my mom.
Maybe it was just political slang now. Someone gets used it in a political atmosphere.
Yeah, but sometimes we have to be very careful as a leader in this country. We have to be very careful. I'm not speaking of the president. I'm speaking from my political leader. When you are making decision, you make decision and you stand by your word.
You won on the ALP ticket. I mean, someone more contested and won on the ALP ticket, and the ALP is going the way of the Congress for Democratic Change of George Weah re-elections. You, as an individual and as a district representative, party discipline, and now are you coming up to say, well, we still yet to decide. Meanwhile, your political head and party have said we have gone the CDC way.
We have up to Thursday. I think during the program, we make it clear that all of those candidates from the ALP had a discussion with CDC. We have not yet concluded the discussion. So it will come to a point that were endorsed, but at the proper time when our requirements are met. For me, I keep saying that I'm people driven. You cannot change me. So if I'm going for President Weah should go and make sure what we gave him, what we are saying, that it should be executed by the CDC government. So the thing is about my people and not me.
Are you doing this? Are you doing this alone, or are you doing this along for your people?
I'm doing it with my people. You saw during the endorsement, you saw how many bosses that went for the endorsement. Roughly 5 to 6 big bosses that went for the endorsement.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the people. It is the will of the people.
Mm.
Right? The thing about supporting people is like, I see it like something. Now, like even the business end, you will have a friendship with the Lebanese, the Indian.
Mm-hmm.
Right after the transaction is over, there's no friendship.
Mm.
This is how government works. Right after what government wants from you, there's no friendship. So what we need for our people is the land for the school, not money.
Okay.
Yeah, buy the land, give us the deed, and we will start building the district college. But if you cannot do that, whosoever that will do that, we give them our support.
Why?
Yeah.
That's it. Right there. District 3 representative elect in the Sumo Mobile Life on the TBS this morning.
So you say have the timeline up to Thursday, right?
Pardon?
In terms of I'm still again. I have some more District 3 going which way?
Yeah, District 3 will go the right way. Until then, we have up to Thursday, and we'll let you know where District 3 will be going.
Okay, that's a good one. Are you putting things in place in the sense that these are my criteria? If George Real or Joseph Boyka won District 3 votes, this is what you're gonna do for my district.
As for the issue of the job, I know it's something like commitment. It can be done now until the person is the winner. So our thing is we need 5 of our young people who are qualified to work in government. We are not looking at the upper position of government. We are looking at the lower level position. We need to have 5 of.
You mean from the district? Okay.
Yeah. Then we talking business now. Yeah.
This was a little bit different. Okay, what are some of the things the district likes? I mean, someone talk about District 3, Monserrado County. What are their priorities? If you look within District 3, what are some of the things that you want to capture, but that is not possible? If you look in District 3, are they challenged with hospitals, schools, and I mean other facilities?
All right. We are looking at 3 areas. We are looking at the issue of sanitation. Everywhere, I think you aware of red light. You're aware of Omega. They are a business area, and most of our community are dirty. We need to clean our viewer community. Then our people also need potable water, right? So we say that in our 300 days, we make sure to create stations where our people can receive water or do their connection from. So, and also we are looking at education. We have a TVEC program that is already running where we have 1,500 women, and we will continue the program. We're also looking at building our district community college. We are also looking at building hospital, but I think we can do that only if we receive support from government. We may have our own lay finance that we will see how best we can double up to make sure we provide all of those things our people want. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Some more by District 3. Yes, another district is not doing the same thing. I think. I mean, district will be part of every government decision making.
Mm-hmm. We just started negotiating with the issue of the land for agriculture.
Okay.
We needed 50 acres of land.
Okay.
Someone just provided us 500 acres of land.
Okay.
all we did is
to benefit the district.
Yeah, for the district, not for me.
Okay.
District, because we want to teach Liberia how to grow her own food.
Okay.
I told you in the past that
is it land situated in the district?
No, it's somewhere in Todi.
In Todi. Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in Todi. So we are trying to get a document to work along with the land authority before we pay any amount for any land. We should make sure we have the legitimate owner.
How will the district benefit the country as well? How will the district benefit the country as well?
All right. In Liberia, we have we have competition all around. Like when they did open the first bureau, when you pass everywhere, you saw bureau around. So what we plan to do is to invest into cash crop like pineapple. So at the end of the day, we have some equipment here that will produce pineapple juice. And on you, if you were to go to the supermarket and buy a juice and you look on it, District 3 pineapple juice, it tells you that the people in District 5 will have interest. If District 3 can produce pineapple juice, I think we in District 5 can produce banana juice. The guys in Magibi will say, okay, yeah, then we plant the rice. The other group in Lofa will say, okay, then we plant Edo. Then in a short time, we all start growing our own food. So we want to be the light when it comes to agriculture in all of the district in Liberia. Yeah.
Okay, great. Honorable Sumo Mobile live with us on the True Breakfast Show, 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Yesterday, you have said to your team after a series of serious discussion, you have taken into consideration to go for the big one.
Okay.
Yes, the big one. I want to put it this way. A big one to contest for the deputy speakership in the House of Representatives, the 55th legislature. Yes, let's hear your own ambition as for the deputy speakership.
Yeah, O'Neill, if you were to ask me, and I will even tell you, say I would love to go for the speakership.
Okay, okay, go ahead.
I think the speaker should go along with experience. So we need people who
I mean, I'm almost 90%, or I put it 85% of you are all new. Okay, like a new student entering into the school. So yes,
But for one of those old students.
Okay, so okay, let's hear you with your own ambition.
For the deputy speakership, I think I'm qualified, and I'm prepared to take the deputy speakership. So we have already started our work to lobby with other new candidates, and I'm sure that I will also lobby through the political leader. I would just inform him so that we can lobby along with the CDC government. But I'm sure that in a very short time, we are doing our work, and I will go for the deputy speakership.
So why someone more? Why want to contest for the deputy speakership?
Oh, we need a speakership that will create check and balance, not to have one that would be in the interest of government, whosoever will win. So if you have a speakership, people that are in the interest and are people driven, then when there is an issue with the executive branch of government, then there will be check and balance. But if you have people of similar kind from similar political party, then it's just like you are flowing together. So we try by our own means to create check and balance. It's just the thing we want, check and balance in government. Yeah.
Check and balance. Yes. What are some of the responses? I mean, bulk of those will be in the 55th, some way, somehow, 85% to 90%, new faces like you are. And you started your own, negotiations, selling your own agenda, if well. If I, Honorable Sumo Mowai, I would be elected as deputy speaker, well, this is what I intend to do and so forth.
I think the only major agenda I will have, and I would like to tell my colleagues, is to make sure that these 55th should be people driven. It shouldn't be that we think where we can benefit ourselves, get our pocket filled up. It's about our people. We need people who can stand and speak for our people. So in doing that, I think one of the major platform I would like to propose is to make sure that we have priority on health, education, and agriculture, where we can reduce our salary.
Hmm.
Reduce our salary.
Mhm. You had this on mind why you're contesting for the House of Representative. Yeah, you have won the district. Yeah, you had this on mind that if I Sumo Morba wins the district, this is my next ambition. You had this on mind, or this just came out abruptly.
I had this on mind because I we need people who are people driven, because I have seen most of those that have called me are not people driven. I receive a call for those that I think it necessary to be a speaker. I listen to them. We have few that are people driven, but then in order to back the process up, we need someone who is strong as it relates to public policy. So I think among all of those colleagues, I'm one of those that are strong. I'm very strong as it relates to public policy.
I mean, you're a fighter. I've seen it.
For sure.
Okay, okay. So yeah, so Ansu, go ahead.
Yes, many of your colleagues will see it, being that maybe seeing that you are new coming into this business here indeed. What experience Sumo is coming with? What exactly him thinking on this table here as deputy speaker?
Oh, there are so many things we are coming along with. I think we need a mature in a very mature house, lower house, and I ain't doing that. I have worked with the education sector. I know how it's like. I have also worked with other public policy entity, and I also know how I work. So there are a lot of experience we are coming on board with, and we think together if we can work. Because the only thing that will be different is that I'm people driven. I'm not looking at what we or other people think that they will get. I think we have to convince people and want to. I'm a motivational speaker. I believe in inspiring people, and I think there are a lot of big brother I can inspire and make sure that we push the agenda of our people in this country and not our own agenda. Yeah.
Okay. This is a final decision, I guess. Maybe you can receive that call and say, well, Sumo Mobile, is it possible you back off and maybe the next time that you can hit for the big one?
Oh, here's the thing. I'm not the one that is greed. I'm not so anxious for the position. But if I found someone who have the interest in our people, who think like the way we think, then we can give support, right? The thing is that we can come together and work for the interest of our people and not our own interest. But if we have people that is going on the contrary because they want to get what they want, then we will create a barrier, right? And I always tell people I'm going to be similar to Yeke, because when you see Yeke is people driven.
Do you mean you'll be outbursts by the microphone back and forth? That's kind of lawmaker.
I'm going to be a microphone man. I'm not going to run away from the microphone.
Okay, now microphone, run away from the microphone. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we got so different side of yeah, but deputy speaker is one person who presides over the house in the absence of the speaker. To be elected, to be elected, you need majority of members' votes. Yes, again, back to this one. Yes, right? Because I mean, it's good that you have come out to say publicly you have become the first person for the deputy speakership. That I'm saying this one, not for the speakership. For the deputy speakership, Sumo Mora District 3, you have become the first representative led lawmaker to come out publicly to say it out. All right. There are others, although they have not come out to say it. They have been having series of meetings, but you need majority of majority of the House of Representatives votes. Are you confident that this going to happen or this going to play away?
So here's the thing. In order to be the one who love it, you have to be the one also who can motivate. So I have a skill in convincing people, and there is always two ways to lobby. I have followed the lower house. Uh, Most of the thing with lobbying have to do with your financial strength, and I know it is a game.
Your financial muscle, okay?
It is a game.
It's a game. Okay. Okay. You way to play a game.
It's like the chess game, right?
Mm-hmm.
You always keep your king and you play around, right? So rest assured, I'm telling you, I told you here that we're going to win district number 3. Telling you that we will win the deputy speakership. Whether financial strength, whether I have it or not, it's a game, and we're willing to play the.
What are people saying in the district? I mean, back in the district, now District 3, so well, what does Super Mobile? Somewhere is the face now for our district. Now, the next thing is only said that he wants to be deputy speaker.
Yeah, I think even with my people, they are so happy. All of them. They want their son because they believe that we are people driven. So to have a deputy speaker that is people driven, I think they will be so happy. And yeah, for me, they are happy. Yeah.
Okay, let me just take your mind back earlier on. You talk about working along with your party, that is at the ARP, in line with the CDC. I want to get his mind back. Because he talk about working along with his party, along with the CDC, and you say you haven't yet in terms of getting your support to any of the two political party. But you talk about working along with your party in the CDC to this position.
I told you that I'm one person that is party discipline. We go along with the norms and rule of the party. So being party discipline, I also have my right to vote for whosoever I want. So with the constitution of the party, we abide by the constitution as it relates to the constitution of the Republic of Liberia, which is the supreme. So my right is to vote for whosoever I want. But in order to convince me so that I can convince my people, there are requirements. Gone those traditional days where people sit and say, we're going this way. No, we're going this way with interests. Until our interests are handled the proper way by whosoever, any of those political parties, then we remain on the right path. But as far as we are concerned, we met them, we told them what we stand for. It's not about me, it's not about small. It's about those young people who are sitting in District 3 with our jobs. It's about our people who need to go to school. How can we make college education available to them?
You start talking already, so meaning that Ansu the mill fire more in less than 2-3 weeks. I mean, he started to advocate for the district already.
But that's our work. That's the work. We need to start now. It's about time. The thing is that the guys want something from us. At this point in time, they need us.
Are you getting pressure from the district? Maybe the district put pressure rising that yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm putting pressure on government.
Putting pressure on government.
Pressure on whosoever I want to be our head. To know that they have people living in district number 3.
Your first 100 days in district 3. Let me just take you back during the campaign period. Again, your first 100 days. Are you still committed to your first? No, I just want to ask you: are you still committed? Yeah. Are you still committed to your first 100 days durables?
Of course. We have procured like roughly 5,000 perps for our 100 day. It's just like we like now you can't do anything.
But you get your first pay, is it? Your first pay have not even come, Azu. The first paycheck have not come out yet, and you getting 5,000. You having 5,000.
Yeah, less about salary. That is salary remain there. We need to start our work. I just try to avoid a confusion with the equipment. Because he's still our leader until January. Until then, before we take over, we have to respect him.
I've not congratulated you. Have you placed a call to you? Have you sent you a text message and said congratulations?
I need for me. I don't think I need a congratulations statement from CB. We have received from all of the other candidates, but for CB, sometimes being a big brother, you refuse to identify your faults.
Okay, maybe you're so gonna graduation party. yeah, they do. Yeah. Well, I saw gonna event in District 3 that we had to my team I would say organize an event. Yeah, invited 2 people. Anyway, yeah, Sumo Mobile is right here. His ambition now is to become deputy speaker in the 55th legislature. Well, that's a dream he's keeping alive. Don't let your dream to scare you. So those of you who have not come out yet and still doing their true text messages, going people in buzz, I will be. Now, this is the first representative elect who have officially come out. Yeah.
What?
No. There are some, there are some who have said, I mean, professional. They won't do so until they can come up, at the rightful time and say it to Liberian people. But you have come out of, you could love it. But the same position you want the person wanted. You convince the person. Okay, maybe on tomorrow I'll tell you the person name on the person approval, and then I can ask, well, can I make this public to Liberian people that you say you also contest for the deputy speakership? That
inform the person we come here. Sometimes it's good at this point in time to debate the issue and to know who is really strong to represent the people. It's not about us. It's about people. I keep saying it. If he's strong or whosoever they're stronger than me, as it relates to our people, then we can support them. Yeah.
Thanks for taking the bravery. I mean, I'm the bold coalition coming out to Liberian people and making it clear that, well, I, Sumo Mobile District 2 representative elect, I will be contesting for the deputy speakership. That is a point it was. What a point away. Sometimes someone can say, let's test the water. Let's send the information and let's see the feedback. Yeah, if it's working, you wasted no time and just send it out to the public.
They make other guys sitting there afraid, right?
Yeah. Some are digesting it this way, and the other way, yeah.
Yeah, other young men depending on, but I'm depending on my strength.
Okay. Great. So as you close up, and this will be in your parting comments, involving your colleagues that I, Sumo Mobile, will be contesting for the deputy speakership in the House of Representatives 55th.
All right. So I would like to tell my colleagues out there that I'm one person who believe in people. I'm one person who believe that we all need to do the right thing. We need to save our people by being people driven. I think we should not be like the past lower house. We should be people of our words because we were elected by our people. And 6 years is not too long. Trust me, it's not too long. If we blunder like the past, we will go out like the past. So I'm urging every one of you guys, whosoever wish to be deputy speaker is not my powerhouse. Is not a position that I'm agreed for, but I want someone from the speaker to the deputy that will stand for the people, that will create check and balance. Where that I don't think we need a speaker who will just go and support the executive branch of government. We need a speaker who will serve the people and serve our country. Thank you. We need your support. Our phone line is open to you for discussion. We can discuss the issue. and come up with results so that our people can be the beneficiary and not our pockets. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right, the voice are from Subo Mobile. Beginning tomorrow, I will officially announce to the public every day that he's the first person who have said, well, he wants to be Deputy Speaker. Thank you so much for listening out to the breakfast show this morning.
Yeah.
It's just been so wonderful serving breakfast. I'm going to get some green tea. Yes, Ato Bola Ben a camera, Ansu Sirleaf. My name is Oni Roberts in the midst of all. Country first. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.
Baby, calm down. Yo, this your body, you put in my heart, fall up down, fall up down, hold up down. Oh, yeah, girl, you sweet like Fanta. If I tell you, say I love you, no, they for me, anger. Oh, yeah, no, tell me, no, baby, come give me a lo. You got me like, whoa. Shawty gon' give me a lo. I see this fine girl from my party, she wear yellow. The every other girl they do too much, but this girl mellow. See now in my fine situation, I go use this I'm mellow. Finally I find way to talk to the girl, but she know who you gonna phone for. But you know I come for one. And I start to feel a bum. But she did give me small I know, so sister me put it down one. But you killing me, see go on. Cause the friends they come and like she go on. When they come and like she go on. Oh yeah, baby, calm down. Oh yeah, calm down. Yo, this your body, puts in my heart, hold up down. Oh yeah, girl, you sweet like Fanta. If I tell you, say I love you, no, they for me, anger. Oh yeah, not tell me, no. Everybody now. Oh. Baby, come give me a lo. You got me like, whoa. Sorry, come give me a lo. After this my house, I say make a nice small one. As me I wake up, now she dem my mind don't. Then one day two, one of people go us. Now so me I call her, say me can go. As I start to tell her, if you know my heart it is. Oh baby girl, if you leave me, I don't go love again. Because he get many girls we pull my heart for pain. Baby, you feel my pain. Baby, calm down. Yo, this your body puts in my heart. Fall up down. Oh yeah, girl, you sweet like Fanta. If I tell you, say I love you, no, they for me anger. Oh yeah, no, tell me no. Baby, come give me your lo. You got me like whoa. Shawty, come give me your lo. Baby, calm down. Yo, this your body, put in my heart, fall up down. Oh yeah, girl, you sweet like Fanta. If I tell you, say I love you, no, they for me anger. Oh yeah, no, tell me no. Baby, come give me a lo. You got me like whoa. Shawty, come give me a lo. I see this fine girl from my party, she wear yellow. The every other girl they do too much, but this girl mellow. See now in my divine situation, I go use this I'm mellow. Finally, I find way to talk to the girl, but she know who you gonna phone for. But you know I go for one. When I start to feel a bum bum. But she did give me some small one. I know, so she said me put it down one. But you killing me, see, go on. Cause I plans to become a light tree, go on. When I come a light tree, go on. Oh yeah, baby, calm down. Oh yeah, calm down. Yo, this your body, puts in my heart. Oh, look down, oh, look down, oh, look down. Oh yeah, girl, you sweet life, Fanta, sweet life. If I tell you, say I love you, no, they put me under. Oh, you're not tell me, no, 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 no. Everybody now. Oh, 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 oh. Baby, come give me a lo, 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 oh, 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 oh. You got me like, whoa, 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 whoa. So you come give me a lo, lo. After this my house, I say make a rest my wife. As me I wake up, now she dem my mind go. Then one day two, one of people go us. Now so me I call her, say me really go. As I start to tell her, if you know my heart it is. Oh baby girl, if you leave me, I don't go love again. Because you get many girls we pull my heart up, babe. Baby, you feel my pain. Baby, calm down, calm down. Yo, this your body puts in my heart. Oh, look down, oh, look down. Oh, yeah, girl, you sweet like Fanta, Fanta. If I tell you, say I love you, no, they for me like that. Oh, yeah, no, tell me, no, 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 no. Oh, 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 oh. Baby, come give me your lo, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa. You got me like, whoa, 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 whoa. Shawty, come give me your lo, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa. Baby, calm down, calm down. Yo, this your body, you put in my heart.